drive down the road in my car. As I drive down the road in my car.
Voted number 1 FM radio, it's The Good Life Show with Jon Robert Quinn. Tonight, Quinn welcomes Jay Vigon and Cherry Frame. Tonight's show is brought to you by Pest Control Center. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, Sacramento. How are you doing? I'm your host, Jon Robert Quinn, and tonight we have a very, very special show for you. We've got Jay Vigon, who you've probably seen his artwork on maybe Star Wars Return of the Jedi, just maybe, or maybe Van Halen, or even Quiet Riot, like, oh my God. Okay, anyway. So we've got, and then of course we've got Cherry Frame. She's been doing our Did You Knows for the last several weeks. And then on the line, we've got our holiday helping hand. We've got Glenn Santos. You there, buddy?
Yes, bro.
Hey, bud, how you doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing good. You're home.
I just got out the hospital. I was in there for about 2 weeks.
So, did they find anything, or is the cancer gone?
Yes, the surgeon said that they took out all the cancer, and they did a biopsy on the area. So we're just waiting on the results on the biopsy, and hopefully I'm cancer-free, but it was really tough.
How long have you been dealing with this now, bud?
I found out I was diagnosed with cancer in 2013.
Okay.
And they said it was stage 3, but we found out it was only stage 2 because the lymph nodes was disinflamed.
Mm-hmm.
So we did the surgery at Sutter. Same thing. I got the ileostomy, and it's temporary for now.
Well, what really motivated me to move forward with you as the recipient for our Holiday Helping Hand this year was a lot of people know the relationship I have with my father, and just sitting there and watching you in your hospital bed playing with your son who's turning 4 this weekend.
Yes.
It really just touched my heart, and we went to the community and just asked for donations and helping, just bring some money together for you and your family for the holidays. So we're going to cut a check out to you. We're going to get that sent out this week. And so next week you'll be able to do something special for your son for his birthday, or you can do it for Christmas presents or whatever the case is. And you can thank the Good Life and the community working together and to helping you guys have a better holiday. And just keep fighting this thing, man. Just keep fighting it.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, it's been a big challenge finding out, having to deal with this for the second time, and my son understands what's going on. I tell him Daddy's sick, but he's the one that keeps me
fighting.
Really fighting hard.
Yeah.
And
all
my
right.
wife.
Well, keep us in your messages on social media. If you need anything from us, let us know. Absolute pleasure, buddy. I'm glad we're able to help you out, and we'll keep you in our prayers.
All right, thanks, Quinn.
You got it, buddy. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
So let's get into Jay here real quick. Glenn is he's dear to my heart. Glenn, I went to high school with the guy. I was the dorky kid. He picked on me a little bit, and but again, just following him on social media, 10 years later, you start doing the reunions and the whole things, and 15 years later, and then you start seeing him struggling, and you see him with his children and so forth. It really brought it on my heart to help him and his family out. But let's get into Jay. There's a reason why we're wearing our sunglasses. It's because this guy is just too cool for school. Just too cool for school. His wife said, "Don't wear the sunglasses." He says, "Absolutely not. I'm wearing my sunglasses on this show." So,
thank you.
Margot's gonna kill you.
I know.
No, all right. Let's get into this. So, who are you? What do you do? Tell me a little bit about what you do.
Well, my primary business for many years was graphic design, and I moved on to television and motion graphics. Art direction, fashion advertising, You name it, I've done pretty much everything you can do in graphics.
You've worked with Prince. You did the Purple Rain.
Yeah.
You did Van Halen, 1984.
Well, my wife actually painted.
She painted
that cover.
it, but you put it together, right?
Well, what happened was Warner Brothers contacted my wife because she was a well-known airbrush artist in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Top female airbrush artist. And the band had an idea already, which was 4 chrome naked ladies. And I know, right? My wife took one look at the proposal and said, "I'm not doing this." And so
instead, she came up with a baby smoking a cigarette.
No. That was actually a painting she had done for her own self-promotion. But the people at Warner Brothers said, "Okay, Jay, your wife won't see the band, but can you take her portfolio over to the manager's office? The band will be there, and just let them look through the portfolio." So, long story short, they're flipping through. They see this image and fall in love with it. They forget about their naked ladies, believe it or not, and wind up with one of the most famous album covers in record history.
Absolutely. And these are the people. This is who we're getting on the show. All right, so so you did the Return of the Jedi also. Explain how in the world did that come about? George Lucas just knocked on your door? I mean, I know Harrison Ford got the job. He was fixing a door, right? And he goes, "You know what? You look like you could do Anakin," or whatever his name was.
At the time, I
I'm
had
not a Star Wars
reputation.
fan. The audience is tuning out right now because I don't even know the characters.
No, well, I had a reputation that was preceding me. I also had a sales rep who happened to bring that job in. And it was a great job, obviously, became very famous. It started out as Revenge of the Jedi, which I worked on for a couple of months to get it just right. And the last minute, they said, "Can you change it to Return of the Jedi?"
So you just pulled the Photoshop. You just went and selected that part, pressed
There was
delete,
no
typed
Photoshop then. And so
one of the 1970s Atari versions.
But they
right?
tell me that the original Revenge paraphernalia is more valuable than the Return stuff because it's so rare.
That's super cool.
But I also did a book for George Lucas. This is the first time I met him. It was called The Art of the Empire Strikes Back. And we had this big meeting up in the office. Everybody was there, the head of the department, the writers, and editors, you name it. I was there to show the basic layout. All of a sudden, George Lucas comes in the room, sits down right next to me, this close, shakes his head, looks around. I start explaining things, and all of a sudden, he gets up, "Thank you," and leaves the room. And I'm thinking to myself, I must have really screwed this thing up. And he leaves the room, the door closes, everybody in the room turns their head and looks at me and goes, "That was a great meeting."
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa! So he's just short
The
with
most
words.
taciturn person I've ever met in my life.
Wow. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So broadcasting, so you did TV commercials and so forth as well.
Yeah,
right?
well, I was lucky in that regard. I always had this personal instinct to take on challenges that I actually know nothing about, but figured it sounds good, so I'm going to work on it. A friend of mine
That's
who's
what
a
makes you stronger.
TV director came to me and said, "Well, the agency is asking for moving type over moving video. Nobody knows how to do it." Believe it or not, these days it's hard to believe, but back in the early 1990s, people weren't doing it. And so I said, "Okay, I'll take it on." And I did a lot of research, visited a lot of production houses, and figured out a way to do it. And what was great is it wound up being for an AT&T national spot. 2 days after the commercial airs, I'm getting calls from all over the country from production companies that want to sign me on. I didn't even know about production companies. So I went with a place in New York, and I started getting booked 200 days a year just doing typography treatments for TV commercials.
That's incredible.
And then one day somebody calls and says, hey, do you want to direct the live action as well as do the graphics? I said, sure.
Yeah, because now you can integrate the two of them in and
Yeah.
make them talk to each other.
And so that led to a whole nother aspect of that career, and I was able to do great stuff for, well, what's around here a lot is Kaiser Permanente and
absolutely. Yeah.
Mercedes, Lexus, Estee Lauder, and countless other spots. It was a great, great time.
Well, let's do this. You're going to be talking to us today about your new book, Vigon Inc., is that right?
Yeah, INK.
We're going to be talking about this in just a moment. We're going to go to a commercial break and come back and get right back into Jay Vigon in just a moment.
And as I drive down the road, as I drive down the road.
Welcome back to the Good Life Show with Jon Robert Quinn, sponsored by Pest Control Center.
Welcome back to the Good Life Show. I'm your host, Jon Robert Quinn, and tonight we are speaking with Jay Vigon, the guy behind the artwork for Star Wars and Van Halen and so forth. We're going to get into Cherry Frame in just a couple of moments, but before we're going to do that, we're going to get into our cupcake from Cupcake Craving. Cupcake Craving located at 2100 Arden Way. They send me here with these delectable cupcakes. Every night you hear me, every night at 10:14 p.m. Every night you hear me eating a... I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to eat my cupcake. I don't even care anymore. It's my breakfast. I'm eating breakfast. And I'm wearing sunglasses while I'm eating a cupcake in the studio. It was actually recorded in the morning, but you're listening to it at night. Talk about confusing. Made for TV. Cupcake Craving, 2100 Arden Way. The best cupcakes in town. I don't care what anybody says. 916-923-5995 or cupcakecraving.com. If you have not had cupcakes from Cupcake Craving, as Donald Trump would say, they're unbelievable. You should try them. They're amazing. Cupcakecraving.com. 916-923-5995. Come on, Jay. Let's get back into this. Talk to me about this book,
Okay.
Vigon Inc.
My third book.
Your third book.
It's a book about a transition from hand-drawn logos to personal expression. How this came about was that when I was doing logos, still am doing logos, I have a different approach than a lot of people, and I tend to make characters and images that actually, as I noticed, could stand on their own as individual pieces of art.
I think when we were talking in the green room, you were talking to me about there's a lot of people that get into this business, the graphic design business, that think they really know what they're doing. But in fact, they really, really don't.
Well, they're limited to...
Are you wearing sunglasses, Steve? All right, keep going, keep going.
My biggest complaint is they limit themselves to only what they know in Adobe Suites.
And you made a statement that said that a lot of these kids that are doing this artwork, they might be able to create a logo, but you want to create a logo that people are going to copy,
Mm-hmm.
a logo that's going to essentially survive the test of time.
And that is one of my goals. That I don't want somebody to look at a logo I've done and say, oh, that is so 80s. I want something that transcends the decades. A logo is something, if it's a good logo, great logo, you can keep it for 100 years. Some companies have this for-
Mercedes-Benz, very simple. Very BMW, very simple.
And simple isn't bad. I actually pride myself on trying to keep things as simple as possible and connect with the client's audience, which is the most important thing. Client is number one on the list. You want to find out exactly how they want to present themselves, how they see themselves, and work off of that.
What companies have you done logos for? You said Mercedes-Benz earlier.
No, you said it.
No, in the last break.
Oh, that was a TV commercial.
Yes. Okay. So you didn't do logos. You did.
No.
So what logos have you done?
Well, Lightstorm, if you know James Cameron.
Okay.
Obviously, in the music business, lots of them. Bon Jovi, Prince, Tom Petty. It's hard for me to remember all this
It's
stuff.
okay. What about companies, in terms of companies?
Well, especially in the TV commercial business, I worked with Seiko watches.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this swatches?
Oh yeah, I was the first American artist to be asked to do 2 watches, and there's kind of a funny thing that happened with this. My wife walked into a jewelry store, a watch shop, and there was a giant version of one of my Swatch watches hanging on the wall. I did not know that they had made that. So my wife just says to the guy behind the counter, "Oh, my husband did that." And he goes, "Yeah, right." You know how often I hear that?
Yeah, right.
And so she goes, no, I'm going to prove it to you. She goes back home, gets my book, brings it in there, and he's dumbfounded. Winds up, he wants to do a show in his place where he sells my 2 books and a Swatch watch as a package. And all of these Swatch watch followers were filled up this place, and actually turned out to be a rather lucrative evening from somebody. But it's the same reaction if I show them the Prince Purple Rain. They go, "No way!"
Yeah, that's just super cool. That is just super cool. What companies? What type of clients are you looking for right now with in logo design? Are you looking for smaller businesses? Are you looking for?
I don't care. I'll do small businesses. I'll do large businesses.
Check, right?
And I'm. My wife gets upset, but I'll if people need logo work for free because it's a charity. I just finished one a few months ago for the Core Dance Group here in Sacramento. Mm-hmm. But I work with people's budgets. I like working with small businesses that are starting up. It's fun to see them get going. But large businesses, too, You're
doing it from your heart. You're not doing it from,
Well, I knew that I wanted to be an artist when I was really young, back in grade school. It was just in my DNA. As a matter of fact, I even developed a little bit of an attitude there in grade school. One day, I think it was the 3rd or 4th grade, the teacher gave us a painting assignment, and I told her I wasn't in the mood. I want to tell you that. Can I say that didn't go over really well?
Oh my gosh, were you in the mood to go home for the day,
No,
young
because
man?
she kept me after school and called my mother and made me paint.
Oh my goodness.
But I would tell you that she also told my mother that I had talent and should start sending me to art classes.
Let me
and
ask
I did.
you.
So I started art classes when I was very young.
Where's the book going to be available?
Well, I just launched my brand new website,
Okay.
jayvigon.com.
And we'll have that pushed all through all of our social media.
Great. And there is a section there that says buy this book, and it will take you to a link.
Okay.
And you can order it right off of my website now.
Perfect. Okay. So we're going to take and push that through all of our channels as well under our shop section on our site, which is hooked up through Amazon. We'll have that. We'll have that pushed through our website. We'll have you push through bestofsac.org. Amazing. Amazing story.
Thank you.
You've done some amazing things.
You haven't heard the... Just, do you want to hear about the time I met Steve Jobs?
We've got, what, about 2 minutes? Let's talk about Steve Jobs for 2 minutes.
I'll make it really fast. You know his reputation.
Yes, he stinks.
Yeah, or formerly. Yeah. Anyway, I had a partnership at the time. We were asked to present logos for the Next company. Remember when he left?
Yeah.
So
That was before Pixar.
I was very excited about that. And I put together probably about 30 concepts, all mocked up perfectly. We fly up to his place, and we line up all the stuff in this big studio area. And a bunch of workers there came out. It must have been 100 or 150. They're looking around and go, ooh, look at that, that's cool, oh, I like that one. All of a sudden, Steve Jobs walks in the room. And it's like throwing on a light switch and watching the roaches scatter. They didn't want to be in his eye line. So he does sort of a quick look around, walks up to me and my partner at the time. He goes, well, actually, I can't say exactly what he said. But it started, this is the worst piece of I've ever seen in my life. How dare you waste my time? I can't believe I'm paying you for this. You should be paying me for having to stand in front of you.
Why does this not surprise me?
Expletive. It seemed like I was standing there for 2 hours, and in retrospect, there was no reason why I couldn't have said something back to him, because what would I lose?
Did you get the deal?
No.
So you got the George Lucas, but you didn't get the Steve Jobs.
But it was his way of saying, I want somebody more famous.
That's fine. Oh, well, his loss, right?
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
I've seen your work, man. You've done incredible things in your career. It's really going to be interesting. Business owners, listen up. If you need real artwork done, don't call the kid down the street. Call Jay Vigon. JayVigon.com, right?
Yep.
JayVigon.com. Give him a call. You can find everything on our social media. Jay, absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
I enjoyed it.
All right, we're going to go to a commercial break. We're going to come back with Cherry Frame in just a moment.
So,
And as I drive down the road, as I drive down the road.
Welcome back to The Good Life Show with Jon Robert Quinn, sponsored by Pest Control Center.
Welcome back to the Good Life Show. I'm your host, Jon Robert Quinn. Segment 3 is brought to you by Make Me Divine, Organic Salon and Spa, 916-985-8999. They are located at 199 Blue Ravine Road in Folsom. You ever had a pedicure?
no.
Yeah. Never had a pedicure.
No.
You've had a pedicure.
I take care of my own.
They're amazing, aren't they?
It's very nice.
Yes, it is. They'll take your nails, fingernails, toenails. They do organic
Having
facials.
other people work on my fingers. It gives me the creeps.
You're too much. They'll get your hair did, massage. They take care of everything. It's a full day spa treatment. They take care of it all. 916-985-8999 or MakeMeDivine.com. Make Me Divine will make you divine. Let's get into Cherry Frame. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back. What's new? What's happened since last time you came on the show?
Well, my business has increased.
That's good. That's why you're back, I'm assuming.
Yes. And I've actually been sending people to your website.
Good.
And
This
I've been
is why
suggesting
business
that
is
they
good.
come and see if they can get on your program.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been good. And plus, I continuing my education. So and it's not necessarily a college thing, but learning a lot more about all the nuances of Social Security that most people don't know.
Yes, I want to
didn't
get
know.
into that. So
Yeah.
talk to me about, you offer plans to protect essentially our identities, is that right?
No.
No. Okay, so get into this.
Okay. Well, what I do is I do life insurance, and people think, "Oh my goodness, how boring."
Time to go to sleep now.
Yeah, and that was my opinion until about 5 years ago, because who wants to be interested in that? I mean, you want it when you need it, but who wants to really get involved in it until you absolutely need it, and then it's too late.
Yes.
And fortunately, when my husband passed away about 13 years ago, we did have life insurance, and so it helped me a lot. And we had a Calvet loan, and it paid off my home. And so, I was working, so I was able to take that money and put it away so that it could be earning me money. But I've since learned it wasn't the best choice of where it was put, but it was doing something. You have to do something. So that's and life insurance it's an industry that's been around for well over 300 years. Yeah, Roman times. Well, they actually had annuities. That's how they paid the Roman soldiers, was with annuities.
Explain that. I mean, we got into that briefly in one of our Did You Knows, but dig into that for me.
Well, what the emperor wanted was his Roman soldiers to be very loyal to him. So he figured that if he paid them with annuities where he kept control of it, and then they would get paid out from that they would stay more loyal to him, and then they would know that they've got some money at home, take care of family and that sort of thing. And so it's kind of gradually they've got wonderful, exciting annuities on the market now, much different than that, but they're going to give people a real benefit, which one of these days I would like to talk about them, because it's very difficult to talk.
Explain to me benefit.
Okay. Benefits are when you're looking at an annuity or life insurance policy, what do you want out of it? Okay. Well, the first thing you want is money. That's what it's designed for, right?
Got to get that Bentley.
Right. And so you put a little bit of money in, you get a whole bunch of money out, right? That's the whole goal. But the thing is, the new ones have living benefits, even annuities. And the living benefits, there's 4, I like to call them. One of them is for in case you end up with a chronic illness, such as a stroke, where you survive.
Maybe Glenn,
right?
Dealing with cancer.
Right, yes. You survive, but you can't really go back to work anymore. Yep. So you need that extra money to take care of your family, or to take care of, you can use it on bills, but on your medical bills, but you don't have to. You can use it however you want. Some people have even taken the money and gone to clinics in other countries, gotten treated there, got well, and then came back. And so it's, for them, it's a godsend.
Absolutely.
And for critical illness, let's say you have a heart attack, boom, you're in the hospital, and the doctor says, okay, we got to do 3-way bypass, 5-way bypass, whatever, and you're not going to be working for a while. And what are you going to do? I mean, most people don't have any more than maybe about 2 months worth of money set aside. If that.
I've heard that something like 70% of Americans are 4 flat tires away from bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And that's honest to God truth.
Right. Yeah. In fact, most people are only putting a minimum or a maximum of $100 away for their retirement. And most people, when they retire, they've only got like $10,000.
It literally makes my heart skip. Seriously. It's sickening.
So that's another one of these benefits. Well, you can get money in case you have a terminal illness. But another one of the living benefits is we can set you up with a lifetime tax-free income out of it. And they will pay you off of the death benefit. And we've got, most of them are designed to take you out to 121, and we've got one company.
So if you're 122, that's on you, brother.
But there's one, they'll just pay you everything that's left in there, and trust me, you'll be able to survive on it. But we've got one company that's going out to 131. And I think a year ago or so, Time Magazine came out with a picture of this little baby on the front, and it says this baby could live to be 142. So the insurance companies...
Not in Stockton.
That's true. But I mean, you stop and think about it. Most of us can't even conceive of living that long, but
oh my gosh,
what if you do? I come from a family of people, very long livers. My dad's 98, doing great, no meds, nothing, and intellectually trades stocks on the internet every day. So
because he's keeping his mind going,
right?
Yeah, because he's
fixes
still going.
me dinner every night.
Yeah.
Great cook, I love it. You know? So that's what this is about. I mean, it's not life insurance isn't just the old thing where you buy it, put the money away so somebody else can get the rewards later on, and, you know, and then you have
Who
to
typically needs life insurance? And I know this is such a broad question, and I know everybody needs life insurance, but who really needs life insurance?
Well, let me answer it like this. If you're married and have a family, absolutely, because if anything happens to you, your family's going to need money.
Okay.
And that is why it was originally designed. It was designed because generally it covered the husband who was the breadwinner in the family, and the wife stayed home and took care of the kids. So if anything happened to the breadwinner, it was a way to replace his income. That's what it was designed. But we have a lot of women who are working now, and some of them are the sole proprietor for their family.
Well, they actually say that women get paid more than men do because they ask for it. They're worth more than men.
Yeah. So, but, you know, let's say, like for me, if I still had young kids at home, I would need to have enough to make sure that my kids could go to college, somebody else could take care of them. So that is so important. The people who don't realize that they need it are people who, like initially was me, because I was like 63 when I found out about these
Oh,
policies.
Bull, you're not even 63 now.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Really?
But I thought, hey, you know, I've got a
Look at she just
$15,000.
brushes over it.
I've got a $15,000 whole life policy, and I've got some other stuff, you know, little iron stuff. My kids can, you know, they can have that, and it's enough to bury me with, and you know. And then I found out I got asked a question I didn't like my answer to, and the question was, well, what would you do if you couldn't work? And I'm thinking, well, I'd go through whatever I had in the stock market, which may last me about 5 or 6 years, and then maybe what was in the little IRA that we had, and that may last me a couple of years. And then I'd be living on Social Security, which wasn't that different than the poor people I was taking care of and managing that had worked hard all their lives, and now we're on Medi-Cal, because I used to do registered nursing.
Yeah, you were a nurse.
Yeah, had a business there. And I thought, I didn't want to end up like that. And to me, it was a real rude awakening. And so I thought, okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm taking my money out of the market, put it into my life insurance policy. So I know anything happens to me, the money's there, I can access it. And when I decide to retire, if I ever do, I don't know. I'm having too much fun. The older I get, the more opportunity I see out there. So why bother
The two
retire?
of you guys, you're like, I'm never going to retire.
Yeah. So
Why would you? When you do what you love to do, why would you retire? Retire's for people who hate their jobs.
So I'm going to add that
State
money.
workers, and you know.
So I'm going to add that money to my Social Security, and I'm going to have fun. I'm not going to worry about income coming in, you know. And
For a product that's so amazing, okay, why do people hate talking about life insurance? They're afraid of death? I mean, I can bring all seasons burial and cremation in here, and we can talk about death all day.
right, the thing is that people are forced to confront their own mortality. And even though everybody intellectually knows one day they're going to die, they don't want to face it yet.
Well, they got to quit eating McDonald's.
Yeah.
If that's the case.
They don't want to face it right now. That's going to happen way in the future. There's too many other things to do. I'm going to put my money over here. It's not sexy and it's not exciting. And that's what people, that's what almost...
I can see it now. I mean,
Yeah.
hip-hop videos, I can see 50 Cent. He's rolling in his Rolls Royce. He's like, I got big screen TV.
Yeah.
I got the big old mansion and life insurance, baby.
It's incredible. So the thing is that very young people, even if you're single, what would you do? Because there was a lady I met the other day, her husband was 22 when he had a stroke. And what would you do at 22 if you couldn't work, couldn't go to school, earn something,
You got, especially if you can't work because you're disabled, but
Right.
you've got a long life of actual life left.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Well, the thing is that you can't possibly retrain yourself. Now, this guy was very brilliant. And even though he has some paralysis, he actually went to medical school and ended up being a neurosurgeon. And he's he's doing very well. But he went to school, learned, worked, get himself out. Most people don't do that.
Wow. I wanna
And
research that.
we've got people on the other spectrum. This guy's a billionaire, went and bought, and Tony Robbins talked about it in his last book, Money Master the Game. He bought a $280 million policy. Why would he need that? Well, to help pay his taxes when he passes away.
Well, it's not even that. I mean, you're going to have all of the attorneys and everything that's involved in trying to move that estate. It's not going to be $50.
Right, right. So the thing
You know what I mean?
it's for everybody. The thing is with these new policies, we call them index universal life policies, it brings the ability to have a decent income, a decent lifestyle in retirement for people that they didn't get before. Because
now we say retirement age. Even though we love our jobs, we'll never retire.
Right.
We're still going to get old.
But if the money's there and you want to use it, why not? You know?
Absolutely. All right. We're going to go to a commercial break. We're going to come right back. Be ready, guys. She's going to have an amazing Did You Know for you in about 2 minutes.
As I drive down the road.
Welcome back to the Good Life Show with Jon Robert Quinn, sponsored by Pest Control Center.
Welcome back to the Good Life Show. I'm your host, Jon Robert Quinn, and I did write the music for the show. Thank you for asking. You can purchase Jon Robert Quinn music at JONRobertQuinn.org. Now, our Did You Know by Cherry Frame, and Cherry is in the house, baby. All right, so Cherry Frame, cherryframe.net, 916-899-1743. What is our Did You Know this week?
Did you know that the kind of life insurance I'm talking about has been around for at least 124 years? And it's also called the Bank of 770, and it's also called the President's Club. And it's insurance has been set aside that is guaranteed to make a certain amount of income, and it's the very high income earners from like Wells Fargo and different places, companies like that, that they put the money there and then they can withdraw it if they want and not have to pay any taxes on it.
Wow.
That's what people now have available to them.
Now, we spoke about O.J. Simpson.
Yes.
In another one of our episodes on the Did You Know? And I wanted to ask you personally.
Okay.
I thought I'd ask him, but you already know how that happens when you come in close proximity. Saw it on Family Guy once. So, O.J. had an annuity, and when they sued him for everything that he owned, they couldn't touch any of that money, so he still has money. Explain how all this works.
Okay, in the state of California, not all states are like this, but almost all states are, but specifically California. If you have a life insurance policy or an annuity and somebody sues you, they cannot touch it. They cannot take it from you. The only people that can are obviously the IRS or the Franchise Tax Board. So when he was playing football and doing his commercials for Hertz, Rent-A-Car, and all of that, and TV.
Ironic, isn't it, that the company he was working for was called Hertz? Okay, keep going.
Anyway, his lawyer got him one of these policies, or at least one, I don't know. And so over time, I mean, he made plenty of money. So over time, it actually grew. And when he turned on the lifetime income, he now makes approximately, I understand, about $30,000 a month, and nobody can touch that.
Awesome commissary, man. He's getting so many moon pies and honey buns.
Yeah.
He's got like a whole shipment of top ramen coming every month with that kind of income.
But I mean, think about it. Now we may not agree that that's right, but think about if it's you. Let's say you're in a car accident and somebody sues you and they want to take everything you have. They cannot touch your
I don't
life
own
insurance.
anything. I just rent.
No.
I just take the Conseco approach. I'll never own anything.
Yeah. But I mean, it's comforting to know that nobody's going to be able to get it, especially since California is the most litigious state in the nation, and I think it's even more so than most countries in Europe as well. So it's nice to know that you've got that and no one can take it from you.
So did he sign that with a pen, or did he sign it with a knife? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about that.
Oh my gosh, that guy. That's just too much. All right. So, talk to me about some of these other products. You have a couple of other things that are in your scope, I guess you can say. What are some of the other things people could take advantage of through you?
Well, I have the opportunity to offer for free, which a lot of people I know like free, an opportunity to find out what your Social Security payout is.
Oh, I thought you were going to say asking what my Social Security number is.
Oh, no.
I was like, no, I'm not giving that away for free.
And basically, I've got a report that's about 8 or 10 pages long, and it'll go through and decide if you're married. It'll go through the husband and wife, explain the optimum time to take it, and for each one of them.
Right.
And the thing is, it doesn't mean you have to take it then, but it looks at all of everything you have, and then it tells you this is the best time to take it. Now, to go along with that, I have something else that's free.
Ooh.
And it's called a generational vault. It's a virtual vault that you can upload your documents, like birth certificates.
That's what I was talking about, the identity theft, protecting your identity.
Well.
I knew there was something to do with that. You're like, no.
Well, it's not really that, but let's say you're traveling somewhere and something happens and you realize that you left your medical insurance card at home or whatever. If you've got it in this, you can just go to the internet and pull it up and say,
well,
okay,
not only that, though, you can have all
it.
of your stuff in a safe deposit box.
Exactly.
So you don't have an actual hard copy of anything, which is, again, protecting your identity. That's
Right.
what I'm looking at.
Right.
Some guy's not going to come in my house, kick my door down, go into one of my many safes that I have hidden throughout my house. Go ahead. And try to find some stuff.
Right.
It's all protected online, and then everything is in a safe deposit box.
Exactly, and it's always available. Let's say, for heaven forbid, your house burns down, and you've lost this, and you've lost your mortgage, and you've lost all these different papers, your marriage license, things like that. Well, if it's in there, you've still got it, because
Correct.
the IRS considers a picture as good as the original because you can't change the picture.
Unless you have this guy.
Yes.
I've heard of Photoshop.
No, we get it.
Or like a fax or something like that.
Right.
So it's great for people to do that. And it gives them the ability to know that it's comforting. You don't have to worry about somebody breaking in and, taking things. So that's what I would like to offer people if they want it. So
Now, benefiting me,
Yes.
all right? We talked about this. 34, non-smoker, never smoked, don't drink, never drank, self-employed, no kids. How could I benefit from a life insurance policy, annuity, any of these things?
Okay. Let me ask you a question. What do you see yourself, what kind of a lifestyle do you want to have when you're in retirement?
Better than where I'm at.
Okay.
That's a good answer. Huh?
That's good, though. I mean, you should always be looking for better than
That's
where
why
you
we
are.
build. That's why I build assets. That's why we
Yeah.
have the show in syndication,
Yeah.
so I get paid royalties every time somebody listens to it for the rest of my life.
Right. So the thing is, I don't know if you have 401k or IRA or whatever, but the thing is where that is it safe or is it subject to downturns in the market? Because we don't
Correct.
know what's going to happen.
Correct.
We could have another 2008.
My show could
2009.
totally suck and nobody listened to it, and then I don't get paid for it.
The thing is, things can change. I mean, look at Lehman Brothers.
Yeah, they were in business. Tony Robbins talks about that. They made like $1 trillion,
Yeah.
and they were done.
Yeah. So the thing is, what these things do is they provide you with, I'm not saying don't ever invest in the market and stuff like that, but they provide you with the security of knowing that you're going to have that there forever.
Absolutely.
And the thing is that, let's say you don't have any kids, but let's say you decide to adopt or somehow you inherit maybe nieces, nephews or something. well, then what's going to happen to them? And if you already have this in place, the problem is a lot of people wait until it's too late, and then they develop a sickness or disease, and they can't
And
get
now
it.
they can't do anything, and they're stuck.
Right.
Okay, audience, listen. You've heard it. You've heard it week over week over week over week, the importance of it. There's a reason why I brought her back. Okay? Call Cherry Frame. 916-899-1743. cherryframe.net. Give her a try. Let her take a look at everything, see what she can do to help you. Also, check it out. Vigon Inc. jvigon.com. Or, of course, cruise over to thegoodliferadioshow.com and find all of our guests. Thank you all so much for listening. Have a wonderful night.